Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I don't know if you know this, but it is finals week. That means it's horrible. No, I'm actually doing fine, but this past weekend I was pretty busy just doing studying. Luckily, but the production schedule afforded me a lot of time to just focus on studying. We had one tech rehearsal. It honestly was not that great. We were not prepared. We were missing materials, but we learned that we just need to improve that by making sure we have our own little in-house tech rehearsal before we introduce the cast to that. So shout out to our actors and PAs for being super patient. Tomorrow, me and Adia and our tech lead Nuriel are going to focus on that. So that's going to be great. We have some little good news here and there, like approval for housing. That's great. We fleshed out the production schedule. That's great. We got more candidates for social media strategists, business strategists, and web managers. So that's great. But yeah, just little wins here. It's been good, but it's mostly been just me being a student. But what I want to tell you all is something that had to do with me being a student is that I had to watch 13th by Ava DuVernay. Very powerful documentary. I had to watch it for my class because I had two finals today. Two, okay. And that's fine because I actually feel like I can breathe now. But for that class, Race and Mass Media, I had to watch this documentary. Mind you, this is something I've been wanting to watch because Ava DuVernay is amazing and honestly one of my inspirations when it comes to filmmaking. This documentary really just talked about the injustices of prison in America, and honestly blacks, like what we have gone through. And it's crazy how we see that this country is the land of the free, yet we have the most citizens imprisoned in the entire world. You see, the 13th Amendment was created to free slaves, right? But there are exceptions. You see, criminals could still be treated like slaves. And that's been a thing since the moment that amendment came out. So that's what Ava DuVernay was really commenting on, is the fact that prisoners are treated like slavery. We still have slavery in America. And it's crazy how much I learned in that documentary and how much I already knew. And one thing I also want to say is it really is about empathy. Not every criminal we think is a criminal isn't there by choice. Some people literally cannot afford. She mentions how when it comes to prison and the justice system, it's more on money, not culpability. If you have the money to get the good lawyers, you have the money to get yourself out, you're good. If you're innocent, but you don't have the money to bail yourself out, you're in trouble. And then you end up like Khalif, this one guy that literally was arrested for no reason, could not afford to bail himself out, was kept in Rikers for 3 years, where he endured beatings from police and beatings from inmates, right? And you could tell it really messed up his psyche, because after he told his story, 2 years later, when the documentary came out, he committed suicide. So it was just terrible. And you see that like there's a history of like specifically black leadership, how you cannot mention how the FBI has not been involved. Anyways, it is just a lot. And it's honestly too much for me to put everything in this vlog. But I would say definitely watch it. And the last thing I want to leave from that film and just overall is when we talk about the Black Lives Matter movement, I hope people understand that fundamentally when Black lives matter, everyone lives matter. Again, when Black lives matter, everyone lives matter. An injustice to every one person is an injustice to everyone. So why would we not want Black lives to matter too? Just some things for you to think about. I love my major, okay? It's safe to say. Anyways, I hope you have a great Tuesday and a great day. And please check out 13th by Ava DuVernay. Bye, y'all.